Hi, I'm George Fairbairn, and today we're going to be talking about shooting studio black and white. The two most common scenarios you're going to run into where you want to shoot black and white is either a dark room or a light room, be it an office, a basement, a pub, wherever it might be. When you're going to be shooting black and white, you'll have these two common situations, light and dark. The key to good black and white, though, always is having lots of contrast. Low contrast images can work with black and white, but really, really good black and white is all about having a lot of contrast between the blacks and the whites. And so for the first one, we're gonna shoot a dark image. I've got a gridded beauty dish to give us a lot more contrast. So let's shoot that first. All right, so I've got Ryan and Dab in position. I got my beauty dish up here. I mentioned earlier that this is a gridded beauty dish. And the reason for the gridding is the gridding keeps the light from sort of spilling out beyond where you really want it to go, keeps it more directional, and directional is going to give you a little bit more contrast as well. So with this, it should keep the light focused in on them without too much of it hitting the background or going out beyond them, and should give us the look that I want. And then because I've put this here not on a boom, I've changed to a wider lens so I can shoot with the light where I want it. I want it pretty much right in the center of them to give it a more butterfly, which I know isn't a very contrasty lighting pattern, but it's with a beauty dish, it will be good. So yeah, let's go. All right, if you guys can, yeah, you've gone back in the thing, get a little bit close so you're touching. But yeah, I really like this really sort of, I don't know how to explain the look, but it looks good. All right, now let's give you, I just like the really nonchalant, non-posed when you guys both stood like that. So if you can do sort of a, but don't lean back too far. That's good like that. And then give me your, we'll do two. So give me this sort of mean, sort of looking over the glasses look. One more. All right. Yeah, so that's good for that. We'll do some individual portraits. So whoever wants to go first can stay. Right, so for these, I think for this, those shots of the two of you are a bit wider. But for this, I think I want to get pretty much just your face. It's going to be more about your face. So I'm going to be a little bit close because I've got the wider lens on. I might need you to get that close though. Let's see. All right, I am going to get a little bit closer. All right, so give me your sort of chin down, snarly look. That's perfect. Yeah, that's very, very good. One more, I'll go this way. All right. Bring your chin up just a little. There you go. All right, switch. All right, with you and the glasses, we'll have to just make sure. Bring your head down. I'm just looking for where they're going to reflect. Chin up. Keep going up. I think they're going to reflect. Let me see. Chin down straight at me real quick. You're a little bit taller. Glasses, glasses, glasses. We might have to make you a bit more. So turn your head a little bit this way like you did, and then chin down. And then look at me from there. So that's much better. Sweet. One more. We need, so chin down, and then give me a nice moody look. That's really good. Hold that, do one more. Perfect. All right, so as you can see, the photos are not as dramatic as you probably would have thought. Using the beauty dish gives us a lot of contrast, but I opted to not go for a very dramatic lighting setup, which even though it's on a black background, these shots will suit virtually any band that you can think of. There's nothing too specific or dark or dramatic about them. It'll work for a heavy band, it'll work for an indie band or acoustic band, doesn't really matter. The stuff I'm about to do now on white though, we're gonna do a bit more indie band, a bit more light and bright and airy. All right, so this time we're gonna do white background, black and white, a bit lighter, a bit brighter. If you find yourself in somebody's office and you wanna do a shot, a wall always works quite good. And so we're just gonna shoot them against the wall. It's going to be waist up, 3/4 shot, so I'm not worried about the floor on these. And I've changed from a beauty dish to just the normal reflector, but I've got it gridded again to keep the light focused. I want it to be almost a bit like a spotlight on them. And I've had them step away from the wall a little bit so we can get rather harsh shadow behind them on the wall. It's gonna look almost direct flash, almost ring flash like, but not quite, because when you look at the photo, you'll be able to see a butterfly pattern under their nose. But with the high contrast behind them on the wall, this should look really, really good in black and white. Right, so for this, we're gonna go more sort of indie band sort of thing. I quite like how you're standing, actually, right like that is really good. And then with you, Dab, I think we'll do more of like, you can do the typical indie band thing like that, you know. That looks really good. And actually, if you want to do this sort of looking down, but then look at me sort of almost side eye, I think that's going to look good. Yeah, get a little bit closer that way. And then turn your body a little bit that way. Ah, yes, there you go. All right. And then you guys look at me. All right. And then I'm just gonna scooch you, let's scooch Ryan right there. Get you there, turn you a little bit that way. Turn you a little bit that way. Yeah, that looks good. All right. Yeah, that looks really good. It's a very big contrast in sort of pose as well, so it makes it look good. Actually, how you are right there is good. Go back, don't stay like that. And Ryan, scooch in that way just a little bit and go back into that. There you go. That's really nice. All right, do you guys want to, should we do some individual ones of this? This will be, yeah, because with this setup, it's a totally different look than the other ones we did. Yeah. So, God, that really is bright. I feel bad for you guys. If you want to sort of stand there. For this, I know it's not within your, the heavier side of your metal, but do you do any sort of like quirky faces? Oh, yeah, if you could do that. Bring your chin up a little. That's perfect. That was good, like really good. All right, let's switch. We'll just do one of each for this, and then I need you to give me a nice, quirky face. Or even like it's just a super thoughtful or Oh, I'm sorry, I'm putting you on the spot. Ah, there you go. That was really good. Actually, could you maybe, like you're gonna fix your glasses and then look. Yeah. Hold that. Chin up just a little bit. Perfect. So, I mean, as you can see with black and white, you can create completely contrasting, no pun intended, types of photos. The light background ones, we went with more quirky, fun, light and bright, something that reflected the lighting that they had. And then the darker ones, we didn't go moody and metal on it. But we did dark, and it works really, really well. And really, black and white is about contrast and getting as much good contrast as you can. You can overdo contrast, don't overdo it. You just want good contrast.